Good morning, everyone. It's Sparks here, and yeah, we're gonna be getting back into more Dawntrail. Yes, it is Dawntrail rather than Dawntrails. Personally, I think Dawntrails sounds better, but that's not what they called it. Either way, it's gonna be fun, and yeah, we're gonna start by doing the Viper's story, as we have not maxed out, but we've gotten Viper all the way up to level 90. So, yeah. Good to see you, Sparks. After a lot of asking around, I dug up some new leads on XIV. Smajan. I don't know how I would pronounce that properly. At least I think I did. Wasn't easy, though. At first, the only stories of interest were about Gridanian poachers dealing with so-called exotic meats. Juveniles, in other words. Too young and too dead to be what we're after. That deer tour notwithstanding, there were a few other tidbits that might be useful. I got my own thoughts on the matter, but I want to hear yours too. That alright? Much obliged. So I hear an adventurer came across a whole bunch of strikingly beautiful red feathers just outside of town. They end up giving them to some kids who've been playing with them ever since. More on point, there was talk of a huge beast with glowing blue eyes, flying off towards a place called the Black Shroud. Red feathers, blue eyes, put the two together and it sounds an awful lot like Ixokjama. Seems it's had enough of Thanalan and picked the Shroud as its new stomping ground. But what's your take on it all? We'd be fools not to look into it. Ha! I knew you'd agree. To the amount of mystery meat I had to sample just to squeeze information out of those butchers of the market, glad it all paid off. As for our next move, I reckon we ought to take an airship to Gridania. From what I hear, a fellow by the name of Gavin over at the Adder's Nest should be able to tell us more. I'll meet you there. You know, I do like this outfit that we've gotten for Viper, but I want to check some things. What do I have them set to? My computer can handle a bit higher graphics, so I'm hoping that won't cause any lag for us. But we'll see. It's had some upgrades, so should be able to handle a little bit more. Oh wait, Adder's Nest. What am I doing? Oops. He's already headed over to Gridania. Doesn't expect us to travel with him, obviously. Don't know why I was walking. I think I just misread it. And it's raining in the forest. Delightful. I think I've talked to Gavin a few times before. How might I help? I'm after a Tual Vidra. I'm searching for this dangerous creature that's come over from another continent. I see. As it happens, I'm aware of a beast that matches the description of this Ixok Zamjan. Not sure what's going to be correct for that. Our scouts spoke of its blue eyes and red wings, and of its aggressive nature, leading it to attack any who dare approach. So it really is here in the Shroud, and up to no good already. Thankfully, there have been no deaths so far, but it's only a matter of time before a merchant or adventurer becomes the first. I believe XIV came here in search of new territory. Dawntrail wasn't to its liking, and now it's testing out the Shroud. It would appear so. I'll tell the other adders that you're pursuing the beast, and to lend what assistance they can. I assume that's alright with you. Yes, sir. The more the merrier. Slaying the bastards is what matters, and I ain't too proud to accept help when it's offered. So, where was it last seen? Gosh, the spell check sometimes. South Shroud. Once you get there, head for Grammar Mill and look for Lieutenant Goliath. He's leading the search. I hope I get his outfit. His outfit's really nice. 2. Quarry Mill. You must be Keshquad Sparks. The Adder's Nest sent word to expect you both. I'm Goliath, the officer in charge of this operation. This is Innocent Stork, who has provided us with vital information. A merchant and her employee spotted the beast on the way back from Moldal. She's also taken the liberty of assembling a team of experts to assist in tracking the target. At no small expense, I might add. But compared to the losses my business would suffer were the creature allowed to roam free, indeed a worthy investment. As our goals were aligned, perhaps you wish to join my experts in the field. If so, you'll find them near Roots Lake. I'm sure you'll get along swimmingly. I have a bad feeling about this Innocent Stork. Looks like we're late to the party. Let's go hear what they have to say. Wait. Can I have my umbrella up when it's raining? One moment, I want to find out. I'm gonna go with the Vermilion Paper Parasol. Also enable Auto Umbrella. Can't have it up while we're on a mount. That makes sense. Oh, they removed the graphical effect when you fly too high. There used to be an invisible wall. Have they just straight up removed that? That's a shame. That feature was like good. It was good that it wasn't just an invisible wall, but an actual barrier that we just didn't ask questions about. Ah well, fresh meat for the hunt, eh? Order came down to let you tag along, but don't get underfoot. We're looking for signs of the creature so our naturalists can predict its movement. We'll then lay traps where it's expected to appear. Got themselves a proper plan, don't they? Seeing as they're being so accommodating, may as well join the search. It's a shame that that didn't do a Mary Poppins thing. The dung appears to be that of an enormous beast, judging by its dry appearance and muted odor. It's like some time ago. Okay. Oh. I'm singing in the rain. I'm dancing in the rain. Very poorly, but still. More sign of activity. The dung exudes a foul odor. The lingering warmth indicates it was recently deposited. Ooh. Fresh kills. These creatures bear the marks of enormous claws on their hindquarters, suggesting they were struck down as they attempted to flee. Nearby. Definitely nearby. Found me a few signs of activity. How about you? Corpses of grazing animals gouged by monstrous claws. Same here. The size and depth of the wounds are consistent without hunts. And just like back in Tyrol, it's killing not just to eat, but also to mark its territory. Show anyone and everyone who's boss. There you are. Managed to sniff anything out? Yes, sir. Aside from a couple of dung hills, we got some dead wildlife. Most likely the work of XIV. I reckon it's close, somewhere north of the swamp. We came to the same conclusion. The predator makes no attempt to cover its tracks. Clearly has survived so long by virtue of its immense proportions and in spite of its diminished intelligence. You got it all wrong. It left those tracks on purpose to see how we'd react. Are you saying the beast is testing us? That's absurd. The level of foresight and cunning required to even attempt to do so is far beyond these lesser beings. As for corpses it left behind, those animals must not have been to its taste. It's just using fresh cuts of prime livestock as bait. The bloodier the better. Once the creature has been enticed, surrounding him subduing it, but formality. Hate to break it to you, but XIV's way too clever to fall for that. You're gonna need every trick in the book, and then some. Rest assured, I've considered every eventuality, and even if there was Mate! Take the advice! There's no harm in it! I will not let it be said that our success was the product of anyone's genius, but wow. Cocky bastard. What difference does it make who came up with what? A monetary difference. Innocent Stork offers better rewards based on performance. Aye, don't even think about trying to steal our thunder. We're the ones who will bring, or Ixuk, whatever its name is, not you. Listen, we're trained to fight large predators like these. If you got any sense, you'll let us take the lead. And put our lives in the hands of complete strangers? I think not. There's no place in our strategy for you, so stand aside and await further instruction. Fine, have it your way. If you're half the hunters you think you are, Ixuk Jean is as good as dead, right? Come on, Sparks, let's leave him to it. Nothing good ever came from working with people you can't trust. Even I know that. Then it's decided. You two will weigh the southern end of the lower path, ready to give chase in case the beast escapes us. Not that it will. You guys clearly don't know who I am, and that is to your detriment. Do 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 do. I was checking what food I have, so I can eat something. Get more XP out of everything. Tenacity and vitality. That'll do. We're gonna end up having to go to Limpsa because of these guys. Awful quiet, don't you think? Ah! Oh! You hear that? That must be one of the hunting party. It came from the north. Let's move. Wow. To be heard from all the way over there, they must have shouted extraordinarily loud. Like, everyone here should have heard that. I feel like that quest should have been put somewhere closer. Like, I feel like it should have been put about here. Oh wait, you can't see the cursor. I keep forgetting that I turned that off because of the fact that it gets in the way, but where I'll be standing in just a moment. Yeah, it should have been really around here. The end of the path. Yep, there's the naturalist. Where's everyone else? Ooh, is he just a corpse now? Yep, think he's dead. Cocky bastard. No, still alive. Badly injured, but still alive. Or dying. I know it hurts. Please, tell us what happened. It was watching us. The fresh lamb should draw the target out of hiding. Though, if I lace it with the toxin I brought, success is practically guaranteed. Toxin. We were explicitly told not to kill the beast, in case you've forgotten. Of course not. It can be used as a sedative. Highly potent, but only lethal if applied in excess. If you lack a stomach for it, I'll do it myself. Naturally, my personal contributions will be detailed in the final report, to which your credit is given where due. The hell are you playing at? If it catches wind, the plan's ruined. Shouldn't we go after them? No, it'll only make things worse. If that bookworm wants to stick his neck out for a few gil more, I say let him. What? No! Ah! Ooh. Pretty bird. Oh, wow. Okay. That is gorgeous as a creature. Gods have mercy, there it is! Stay calm, nothing's changed except the bait. Now's our chance. Ooh. Ah! They were screaming. I ran, but I could still hear. You're right. It knew. It knew. And dead. It serves them right, really. Keshwa Sparks by 12. What happened here? The hunters became the hunted. I shall see that their remains are recovered and the necessary rites performed. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to return to Quarry Mill and share these unfortunate tidings with innocent Stork. Her incentive to get people to do her bidding for extra money got a lot of innocent people killed. So its kill count is currently at 5. Or 6, actually, because Keshwa's allies. It's a shame the umbrella doesn't carry into cutscenes. I anticipate casualties, but it was a massacre. Zemlin's grown bolder. Before it only hunted animals, lone travelers. Prey it knew it could handle with ease. Its past brushes with death taught it to be cautious. That's probably why it fled Tyrol in the first place, too. But it just outwitted a group of armed hunters. Instead of running away from trouble, the beast went looking for it. This was sport. A game. It was having fun. And now it's had taste. It's only gonna want more. My poor judgment invited this tragedy. I must make amends. Please, allow me to assist you in pursuing the creature. Even without a team of experts at my disposal, I believe my network of contacts will prove useful in gathering vital information. Keep the freelancers out of it and leave the hunting to us. Understood. I place my faith in your abilities as Vipers. Appreciate, ma'am. If you turn up any leads, be sure to let us know. I best return to the Adder's Nest to deliver my report. It's imperative we inform the populace of the threat posed by XIV. Might I ask that you use Quarry Mill as your temporary base of operations? Knowing where to find you will make it easier to coordinate our efforts. Suits me fine. Besides, I got plenty to do here. Like learn about this neck of the woods and the critters and whatnot. While I have you, there's one thing I want to ask. How did Twin Adders get their name? Beg your pardon? What does that have to do with XIV? Nothing really. It's just that us Vipers based our fighting arts on snakes. So they're near and dear to our hearts. Might even say we got a reverence for them. Is that so? Suppose we also feel a kinship towards snakes. The name Twin Adders comes from the pair of white snakes on the Gridonian standard. Though that imagery predates the city-state's founding. There's more I could tell you, though I fear other matters must take precedence. With history as long as that, we'd be here talking till the Pakas come home. I'd love to hear more about it, but I understand it'll have to wait. I best get to learning what I can about XIV. Well, I see to that. Maybe you ought to squeeze in some more training. I had a bad feeling when I woke up this morning, and sure enough, XIV has struck again. Goliath and Stork are trying to narrow down where it'll appear next, based on the reports, but so far they've come up empty. I hear Goliath is over at Falgard Float, talking to witnesses. Let's go see what he's learned. Yes, let us go see. To fall, gird, float. Fall gourd. And any XP we get is great. Up with the umbrella because it is raining down again. Is that a nice little dry patch? No, it is not, unfortunately. Wait, actually, no, it's not. Oh well. Thank you for coming. I expect Keshqua has shared some of the details, but it's even worse than we thought. XIV grows increasingly bold, with deadly consequences. For our blessing, the people here remain calm, though we must act quickly to avoid widespread panic. The adders have called upon anyone with information to share, and as said, they gather here. As we requested that any details be reported, no matter how small, we found ourselves somewhat inundated. It's certain, however, that among the accounts are clues vital to locating our quarry. We can help with that. All we gotta do is ask folks around here what they've seen, right? Yes, that would be most helpful. Perhaps you could start near the etherite while Sparks acts those over by the bobbing cork. Yep, that's fair. So I'm going to talk to people at the pub. I was passing through the North Shroud when I saw a frightful creature with immense red wings. It was a little too far away to see clearly, but it seemed to be battling a group of smaller beasts, which it probably slaughtered before flying away. That certainly sounds like it. Just making sure my chocobo doesn't leave anytime soon. Alright, the rest must be inside. Oh! Yay, we put down the parasol when we were under cover. While passing through, I heard that some fiend was on a rampage over in the East Shroud. I didn't think much of it at first, but when I saw the people coming from that direction, the looks on their faces, I decided to stay put. Good thing I did too, or I might have died. Yep. I saw it, flying over the central shroud. With each flap of its massive wings came a powerful wind, bringing a scent of blood, so noxious and suffocating. It's all I could do not to vomit where I stood. Ugh, that's a problem. It seems to be flying all over the area. I got a report from the north, east, and central. Everyone's got a story to share, but nothing that seems to point to where XIV might strike next. You do any better? Northeast and Central Shroud, huh? The folks I asked said it was in the south. I tell you, it must be trying to make the whole damn forest its territory. Well now, one of the guys I talked to was in the East Shroud. Your witness heard the beast was on rampage, but mine said he never saw XIV, even though they should have been there at the same time. That's worth looking into, don't you think? You might be onto something there. I'm not saying this is the answer, but you never know where a trail will take you till you follow it. But I go chat up that fella again. I'll take it to him. As I said before, I was traversing the East Shroud on an errand when I heard what sounded like the flapping of enormous wings. The moment later, I saw a wounded animal charging through the brush. It was then I recalled the rumors of a monstrosity on the loose, realized I was in danger and ran. So Critter was hurt, but still able to make an escape. But the only way it could have gotten away from Ix is if the bastard chose to let it go. Meanwhile, our friend here goes have to hear the wings flapping, yet live to tell a tale. An adventure traveling alone would have been easy pickings, so why'd XIV spare him? He did something that no other adventurer had done before. Besides running like my life depended on it, I didn't do anything out of the ordinary. Then again, one thing does spring to mind. I carry a potpourri filled with Girabanian wildgrass, an Almegan custom, in case you're unaware. That's gotta be it. Goliath will want to hear about this. Don't know what it means, but I'm sure it means something. Alright. Could you wait here a moment? Keshkwa has asked me to verify a theory of his. I shan't be long. It's exactly as you'd surmised. Most of those who have seen XIV and lived to tell the tale are Almegan adventurers. I knew it. It's gotta be that fragrance. A lot of animals have a powerful sense of smell. XIV's no exception, which makes it that much more sensitive of odors that it doesn't care for. I reckon the beast can't stand the wild grass in those potpourris. It's a potent fragrance, a lot like another kind of grass we got back in Toral. Come to think it, XIV never went near anywhere that grass was growing. If one man's meat is another's poison, perhaps the same can be said for aromas. Exactly. And now that we know what XIV can't stomach, we can use this information to drive it where we want it. Then it would behoove me to share our discovery with Innocent Storm. Given the information and contact at her disposal, I dare say she'll help us find a way to utilize the fragrance to its maximum potential. I dare say you're right. In the meantime, we'll head over to Garabania and pick up some wild grass. Yes, by all means, we must do everything in our power to avert further tragedy. Many of the adventurers gathered here are so terrified of encountering XIV that they've considered abandoning the profession entirely. Several are yet fledglings. If they had to contend with a foe far beyond their reckoning, they died before gaining enough experience to even be considered adventurers. The thought of their bright futures being snatched away like that is almost more than I can bear. I understand that feeling. This is the very reason I joined the Twin Adders, to prevent such senseless deaths. Therefore, I humbly request your cooperation in slaying the dread XIV. No need. I had every intention of putting the bastard in the dirt. To the matter at hand, then. A few moments ago, one of the adventurers mentioned that the wild grass we see grows abundantly at Pike Falls. Once you collect enough, let us rendezvous at Quarry Mill. I must warn you, though, that Garabania is home to some particularly vicious wildlife. Be on your guard. Pfft. Please. You don't need to worry about us. Do. Da 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 da. Fragrant wild grass. That was easy enough. Oh, we're doing this at the same time as another person, which is great. That ought to do it. As much as I'd love to stick around and study the wildlife, we better get back to Quarry Mill. You've done well to gather so much wild grass. As promised, I've called upon Innocent Stork to advise us on our next steps. I've placed an order with an alchemist acquaintance for custom-made diffuser pouches, which we may employ to spread the aroma over a wide area while prolonging its potency. We will issue these pouches to twin adder units tasked with driving the beast into an isolated location of our choosing. Away from civilians, an ideal spot for the final showdown. That's good thinking. Indeed, once the pouches have been produced, the beast is as good as ours. If I may, there is a further request I wish to make. Rather than slaying XIV, would you instead be able to capture it alive? The better to understand its behavior, such knowledge would prove invaluable should predators of a similar nature trouble us in the future. That's a risk we can't afford to take, ma'am. Those hunters of yours tried baiting it with a carcass laced with sedative. XIV saw right through their plan. It's demonstrated a degree of cunning to rival any man's. Even if we did capture it, it's only a matter of time before it escapes and kills again. There's only one way we can deal with a monstrosity like that. You slay it first chance you get. No half measures, no hesitation. Then we are left with no other choice. Pray forgive me for making such an ill-considered suggestion. I shall abandon all thoughts of capturing the beast and instead turn my attention to the procurement of the diffuser pouches. You will hear from me soon. Oh, I do not trust you, lady. At all. She ought to know by now what we're up against. Why even ask? She's got her own angle. I ain't the type to guess at folks' motivations. Wish she'd do us all a favor and put her cards on the table. The rich and powerful are rarely so obliging. Got that right. But since us all the earth are speaking our minds, there's a fear in you, but of what I can't tell. Gil for your thoughts. Never know, I might be able to help. Well, after talking with those adventurers, I can't help but feel a little scared of XIV, that's all. Anyway, I should return to Gridania to make my report. I have a bad feeling about all of this. Folks always saying one thing, meaning another. Just when I was starting to believe I'd gotten the hang of polite conversation. Ain't no force on the issue, I know. Goliath has something to say, he'll say it when he's good and ready. So now we gotta wait on those pouches. Who knows how long that'll be. We'll keep an eye on things here. So I recommend you get ready to face XIV. Yep, that's fair. I'll be ready. I mean, this is only level... Yep, this is only the level 88 quest we're about to do. So, this is definitely gonna go poorly. Goliath sent word that the diffuser pouches are ready. He's heading on over now. Once he arrives, we can finally put this plan into action. The pouches have been distributed among the twin adders, along with instructions on correct handling. See, according to alchemists who made them, the aroma of the wildgrass dulls the senses. For the average person, this would do little more than soothe the nerves, but to a creature with a heightened sense of smell, the effects would be far more pronounced. As for where we will entrap Ixoxamjan. Mrs. Stork has proposed the location of the Dravanian hinterlands that she believes is ideal. Surrounding area is largely uninhabited. Ailishire, the only settlement nearby, is relatively simple to defend. We have already consulted with the Ishgardians, and they gave us their blessing to proceed. That's all well and good, but by the look on your face, you're not. I ain't gonna press, but I will suggest that once we get to Dravania, best hang back and leave the fighting to us. You know full well I'm keeping things from you, yet still you show concern for my well-being. Why? Just my way, I suppose, or the way I was trained as a Viper. It's our job to keep folks safe from creatures that go against the natural order. Doesn't matter who you are or whose side you're on. Politics, feuds, all that drama, none of that our concern. I'll admit, I've got my doubts about you, but you're still someone I need to protect Ixoxamjan. Simple as that. There's something you need to know. Out in Western Corthus is... Well, as I thought. You've yet to depart from Quarry Mill. What's keeping you? Ah! God damn it. I pressed the button before I read what it said. I'm glad to find the two of you in better spirits, though. Seeing as our friend is somewhat under the weather, perhaps the best that he stays behind with me in Ildishire. No objections here, but Goliath and I were having a heart-to-heart, if you don't mind. I do. We have a schedule to keep, and I must insist our dear Vipers get underway. While you are en route to the Dravanian hinterlands, I would be happy to lend an ear to Goliath and his troubles. Oh, she is... Needn't worry yourselves. It's of no importance. I wish you both good hunting. Oh, she is doing something suspicious. Yep. Very suspicious. Talk about shit timing. For better or for worse, we'll find out what he was holding back soon enough. Anyway, we got Torald Vidral to slay. To Ildishire. Something is gonna go horribly wrong, I just know it. Oh, right. Hide the log window. The only time I'll have that open is when I'm in a... Well, in an area that... allows me to. Time for it. Need to be very consciously aware of the time today, because I do have work later. No sign of Ixoxamjan, which gives us time to pick a quick good spot for an ambush. Let me know what you find. The music is always good in these games, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the new music is gonna be like. Well, this location offers a commanding view of the area. It does not offer enough space to fight to your full potential. This kind of does. This would be an ideal place to fight. The water pool doesn't really impact our abilities anyway. The crime conditions offer only a limited field of vision, and combat would doubtless prove difficult. Shame. Although the view is obstructed by the wall, you should be able to remain concealed easily. Survey a number of locations, each varying in suitability. Keshwal will be eager to hear your report. He'll probably just say he found a better place. Why don't I try and walk around? I found something you ain't gonna believe. Smell that? It's gotta be one of the Instant diffuser pouches. Somebody must have hidden it nearby. With a bag of bog resting out the place, there's no way XIV was ever gonna show. Gloria's Instant sent us on a wild pocket chase. So where's our 2-year-old Vidro if it ain't here? The Kurthis Western Highlands? Ah, so that's what Glorious was trying to tell us. At least until he was cut off. With any luck, that clue will lead us to Instant Stork. She's probably still plotting to capture XIV alive, the stubborn fool. Yep. I knew she'd try it. And it's stupid. Why did she want to capture it so badly? I swear if it's for the arena, I will be pissed. Like, the Colosseum is nice and everything. But trying to capture something that you've been informed is deadly. It's so stupid. No sign of our tricksters or XIV. Best keep searching. Oh, cutscene. There they are. Oh, they did capture it. She's a fool, though. Well, if it isn't the esteemed Vipers, who, with all their supposed skill and intellect, asserted that capturing the great XIV was nigh impossible, or perhaps you were simply afraid. As you can see, I proved equal to the task. All it took was a little ingenuity. I said XIV's cunning and cruelty better than anyone. There's no way you got in that cage without. Wait. Where's your bodyguard? She sacrificed her body. You yourself observed how attempting to lure XIV with obvious bait ended in failure, but a beast is still a beast. A predator that is compelled to hunt. Casualties are inevitable. And a prudent strategy must account for them. An exceptional one, however, would leverage this element to its advantage, as mine did. You ordered him to put sedatives in his pocket, face XIV alone. It was over before it began. The screams still ring in my ears. So you fed XIV down the sedative, and your bodyguard along with them, telling me he willingly offered himself up? enthusiastically even, all to ensure his plague-stricken family received treatment, duration of which would be determined by his performance. He all but leapt into the beast's maw. As I'm sure Goliath would agree, there's no limit to what we can accomplish when given the appropriate incentive. Why go to such despicable lengths to capture it? I must know. Oh please, everyone's getting what they wanted, so let's not quibble over the details. As a gesture of goodwill, I'll even answer your question, rudely asked though it was. Everyone has their own unique proclivities, and I am no exception. I have awoken to the thrill of bringing rare and ferocious beasts under my power. But that only whets my appetite for the true pleasure, when I unleash my pets upon worthy opponents to enact scenes of glorious carnage. I've met my share of monsters, but none of them compare to you. A monster and a fool. That there's a Toral Vidral. The moment you open that cage, it's gonna rip you to shreds. Indeed it would, if it were so inclined. If XIV is as intelligent as bloodthirsty as you say, you will soon learn that I can provide a constant supply of worthy prey. In return, it will accept me as its master. Oh, you are a horrible monster. It's awake. Ugh! I grow tired of this place. One of my lesser pets should be more than adequate to dispose of you. After all, I am loath to release XIV while it remains subdued. And though I may not be watching, do try to put on a good show regardless. Oh, she's holding somebody hostage. Oh, please. I thought things like this before becoming a Viper. Though, this is a cold-blooded creature, so really it should be going to sleep right now. Hey, buddy. It's okay. You got caught by surprise because you were horrified by what you discovered. Thanks. I owe you. God damn, I can't believe anyone would be stupid enough to try taming a Toral Vidral. Never mind XIV itself. Really sticks in my craw that Goliath has been dancing to innocent Stork's tune. There he was thinking he needed our help. He seemed afraid of her, like before. You're right, there's more to this than meets the eye. Anyway, no point freezing our asses off here. Let's get back to Quarry Mill to think things over. Alright. One thing I know for certain is that XIV ain't gonna play the obedient pets for long, and Source gonna find that out the hard way. But I reckon that'll be after she gets the urge to indulge her twisted appetites. I'll do what I can to suss out where she got to before then. Then there's Goliath. The Twin Eyes need to know what he's been up to, and that he's still alive. For now, at least. You best get back to your training for now. In case you're not XIV out there, and our job ain't done till it's dead. Since the last time we spoke, the Twin Arrows have been looking for Goliath, but they ain't found hide nor hair of him. Meanwhile, there's been plenty of XIV sightings. Seems Izzet Stork's eager to put their new pet to work. Guess why Goliath's commanding officer asked for our help. Let's head to the Adder's Nest and hear what he has to say. Wait at Adder's Nest. So back to New Gridania. Why would you want that? How would that brighten your night? Ah, don't worry. It's good to finally meet you both. Goliath spoke highly of you and your contribution to our hunt for XIV. Speaking of which, you got information for us, right? We've received multiple eyewitness reports of a creature surpassing even the most elite marks. It dispatches its victims swiftly before flying away. At Izzet Stork's direction, I'll wager. She's setting XIV loose to kill for her own amusement. Those slain were mostly roaming adventurers, but the circumstance of each attack suggests an escalation. The beast is striking in broad daylight, and closer to more populated settlements. The risk of a massacre grows greater by the day. There's another matter we should discuss, which may shed some light on the situation. We have received a letter from Goliath. Though details are sparse, he wishes to resign from the Twin Adders. The letter also includes a message for the two of you. Do you recall our discussion in southern Thanalan? Though my aspirations were beyond me, I pray that you succeed in fulfilling your own. Remember, Goliath, you want to prevent those with bright futures from dying before their time. That's why you joined the Twin Adders. Wait. We had that talk in the Shroud, not Thanalan. And he mentions our aspirations, which is to protect people from rampaging beasts. Don't you see? It tells you that XIV gonna appear in southern Thanalan. A hidden message, albeit not a particularly well hidden one. If Izzet Stork read this, she would have surely divined his intent. I can only surmise that she knew and allowed the letter to be sent regardless. Or a better way to lure you into a confrontation with XIV would take advantage of Goliath's sincere plea for help. Trap or not, a confrontation suits me fine. If it's a show she wants, then we're happy to oblige. As for the wearer, she doubtless wishes to avoid attracting the attention of immortal flames and the Amalja. The Sagoli Desert, like as not. I will send word to Ul'dah, but in the meantime I wish you every success. I'm hoping it eats her. Like, we arrive, she's grandstanding, and then it's just like, nom! Though I think it has taste, so it probably won't eat her. She's nasty in many ways. Meh. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Ba ba da da. Oops, flew too far. There it is. Another carcass. This was XIV's work. Didn't expect the trail to be this easy to pick up. Perhaps I should have. All that's left now is to walk straight into the trap. No viper worth their salt ever shield away from danger. Shed away from danger. Am I right? My item level is 655. I'm pretty sure that the only thing I have that's more than that that's less than that right now is the swords. Everything else I have is 660. So we should be fine. Oh. Tried fighting back. It's just great, just power, magnificence itself given form, worthy of all. Alas, these mediocre distractions are a poor canvas for your art. It's over, innocent stork. Yeah, she's far from innocent. Guilty stork would be a better name. On the contrary, the main attraction is just beginning. Goliath, what have you done to him? After his childish trick with the coded letter, I decided to let XIV punish him. An appetizer, if you will. All the money and the privilege in the world, and this is how you choose to use it? Killing for the sake of killing. You're no better than a Trollvidril, a monster that deserves to die. A flattering comparison, though you seem to be forgetting the literal monster that stands before you. XIV, I brought you fresh prey. And now it turns on her. No? I'm surprised. Thought it would. Oh, I haven't forgotten about you. Coward through and through, I knew. But one I thought had some pride. Guess I was wrong. It's time. XIV is ours. This is gonna be a fun fight. Ba ba ba. Can't afford any mistakes. Stay sharp. Wait, what's that smell? Worthy foes indeed. The time for games is over. Some underhand tactic, no doubt. Whoop. It's the limit of your power now. Come on. Something's wrong. Don't tell me. Move, you great boot, move! Somebody's done something to help us. Made a huge mistake. And what, pray tell, is that mistake? Is this all you're capable of? Are you not satisfied with the prey provided? You'll have all that you want and more, but only if you obey. Kill them! Kill them now! I demand it! This ain't the XIV Zamdan I know, and I reckon Innocent Stork is the reason why. I can smell the wild grass on her. Less potent mixture than the one we dollied out before. Just enough to eat 6 Zamdan at arm's length. But even that's too much for the Vidrell's senses. That's why it's addled and can't think straight. Even so, she's made a fool's bet. They somehow only tolerated innocent Stork and her shenanigans to save its own bloodlust. Two apex predators can't make nice forever. I'm not done with you yet. Goliath, you stubborn worm. I'm glad to have him back. What? And over the cliff she goes. Although, in getting rid of the wild grass, maybe now I can concentrate on the fight. Alright, Sparks, give it everything you've got. The fight continues, with Goliath coming to our aid. Looks like it's through messing around. Keep it together. Hey there. Oh dear. Okay, I wasn't expecting that second hit. I should follow Keshwa's example. Okay. Whoa, okay, that packed a punch, yeah. No shit. Damn it. Gotta move. Sparks, you alright? Yeah, I'll be fine. Gotta incapacitate it. There we go. Got it. Don't hold back. It won't escape me again. Damn it. Over here, quick. Haha. Come on. Whoa, okay. Come on, we can do this. Yeah. We got this. A little bit more. Yeah, there it is. We did it. We win. Oh, this body is breaking apart. It's about to explode. O restless beast, may you find peace in death. As the serpent sheds its skin, relinquishes this husk, that you may rise again to greet a new dawn. No, is it just glowy after death? Innocent Stork genuinely believed that she could bend such a creature to her will. Their arrogance cost her her life. Yep. She never understood what she was dealing with, or afforded it proper respect. She took her superiority for granted, but the power she wielded to flaunt the laws of man was powerless against the natural order. Yep. Goliath, Sparks, thank you for everything. It did explode, but it just bursted back into raw ether. It was a damn sight harder than I reckoned it'd be. And I finally avenged my brother in arms and fulfilled my duty. I can once again hold my head high. they gave Goliath such a fancy spear, considering he didn't fight. XIV might be dead, but we still got a loose end or two to tie up. You haven't told us yet why you led us on a merry chase for innocent stork. May as well come clean now. Yeah, well, when I was a young child, my merchant parents were slain by a wild creature on their travels. I meant what I said, Gord, when I told you I swore to save others from a similar fate. That's why I joined the Twin Adders. A commendable motivation. And then I met Innocent Stork, who explained with great enthusiasm that she shared my desire to protect others, bringing these beasts to heel. I thought I had found a kindred spirit, but I later realized she fed me nothing but lies. She used me to obtain information collected by the Twin Adders, all for the sake of identifying potential additions to her menagerie. I disclosed all manner of sensitive intelligence to her, believing it was in furtherance of her efforts to save lives. By the time I learned of her true intentions, it was too late. I confronted her, told her that I was going to inform my superiors. She smiled and laughed, and said she would unleash her fiends upon Gridania if I spoke a word, with some of her finest reserved specifically for my family. I'm guessing it was Innocent Stork's idea to have you join the investigation into XIV. It was. There's no excuse for what I did. Allowing myself to become her pawn has led to so much needless suffering. Nothing I can say or do will ever be enough to earn your forgiveness. Whatever punishment awaits me, I shall accept it gladly. Well, Sparks, what do you think? We better hand him over to the Twin Adders. I was thinking the same thing. It's up to them to decide his punishment, not us. Quite right. I will request that my superior meets us at Quarry Mill, where I shall give a full account. It's settled then. Meet us there when you're ready. I don't think he deserves really that harsh a punishment. He thought he was doing the right thing. It's not his fault he got tricked. As a soldier of the Twin Adders, your actions are inexcusable. Once I have made my report, expulsion will be the least of your worries. There will likely be a trial. Where I come from, we don't take kindly to liars neither. Our word is our bond, and the violation of that trust demands punishment. But I will say this, the lies he told were to protect the people of Gridania. Not only that, the actions he took contributed directly to the defeat and death of XIV. I won't say the end justifies the means, but it's not nothing. Duly noted, though I trust you understand that this consideration may not change the outcome. Yes, sir, ain't my place to tell you folks how to handle your business. I'm just a civil man who crossed the salt to kill a vitriol. But if Goliath isn't stuck in a cell for the foreseeable future, I got something he can help me with. You see, now that my business here is concluded, it's high time I made my way home. Trouble is, passage back is more than I can presently afford. I'm gonna need to put in some work, and I reckon Goliath could help me find clients in need of a Viper's skills. For a civil man who knows better than to tell us how to handle our business, you've struck upon an intriguing solution. Well, I have spent a fair bit of time in the company of a silver-tongued someone. Thank you. Goliath, your conduct cannot easily be forgiven. Even so, it must be acknowledged you played a vital role in the slaying of XIV. Swear to never again stray from the path of righteousness, and no charges will be brought against you. Moreover, I will accept your voluntary resignation, as you did previously request. With this arrangement, may you yet pursue your dream of defending the innocent from nature's most deadly threats, in your capacity as Keshwa's assistant. What say you? I shall do as you ask. You have my word. Though I will bear the shame of my misdeeds as long as I live, I shall endeavor to redeem myself through service to the people. You can start by finding me some beasties to slay. Well, seems like I'll be sticking around Eorzea a while longer. In the meantime, sure to find clients of your own. I reckon this continent's more than big enough for the both of us. Wherever there are folks in need of a Viper, that's where we'll be. Aw. Is that the end of this quest line? Yeah, it is. Oh, and Goliath has changed into regular clothes. And now he wears a trident. That actually looks better. He now has a more unique aesthetic. I like it. Okay, well, we finished that quest line. So now I'm going to make 2 stops. The first is in Old Charlian. I want to see if there's a next level gear that I can equip as a glamour, because it would make sense if they put in some level 90 gear for Viper. They didn't put in a new Manderville weapon, but that's no surprise. But because we didn't get anything from the quest itself, I can only assume that you have physical DPS armor. Yep, new versions of the Twin Fangs. And new versions of everything. They're the Snake Bite set. And Gillette's half gloves, Gashkin's boots. Cool. They're not going to be better than what I have equipped right now, but I can at least go see. Well, firstly, I'm going to see how they actually look. Yeah, looks the same. So, I'm going to swap out the ones we started with, the weathered versions, for these versions. Because it just makes sense. And then legs and feet. Yeah, I know it's not gonna change anything, but... Alright, the last thing we need to change in terms of glamoring is, let's see, glamour plate, open armoire, exclusive extras, no? Oh, right, sorry. There we go, that's better. I now look more like myself. I think this outfit really suits this character. So, now for the best part. As we finish that quest line, we can now return to the story. Which makes me happy. It's been about an hour since we started. I should get up and stretch. Just gonna go to where the quest starts. Then take a moment to get up, stretch. Perhaps see about, what do I have in for drinks? I don't really want to have another full thing of that. Because that'll go too quickly if I have another one of that size. Alright, we're going to be right back a moment. I'm not going to mute myself because I'm not going to be gone for long, but I shall be back momentarily with a drink. Alright, so I've got tropical juice, the multi-fruit Actimel, which for those who don't have that particular brand, it's a yogurt drink or yogurt drink, and a packet of smoky bacon crisps. Or potato chips for my American viewers. Anyways. Well, despite the forum's effort to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. You have arrived in Tuliolo. You can return to the city anytime by speaking with the swarthy sailor in Scholar's Harbor, old Charlian. Oh! Live scene. Right then, first things first. They feel a bit quizzy, so no more boats for a while. I realize we just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the Rite of Succession begins. No arguments here. I should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? We're wondering who these strange jokes were. So the third province has found ourselves some new followers then. Followers? Wilkamat, are you unwell? No, no, Gummy Bear. Third promise does not get seasick. No, sir. As for my half-baked entourage here, I recruited them to help me win the rare succession. It's about to show them around the city and back. That sounds lovely. A group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the third promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. The siblings have a tendency to command a respectful distance. But you're so easy to approach. It's so much when you do. Please, don't ever worry that you're a bother to me. You're very kind. Good day to you, third promise. They did have a point. Look, Lamont is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station, surrounded by this many outsiders, is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean technically? I suggest we move in two groups so as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then. Sparks, you and Kryl can come with me. I'll take the twins then. We'll get in touch once we've had a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Perhaps we should wait a bit, at least until Wooklamant's nausea subside. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Oh, you poor, poor babe. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself, or the constants looming and all. Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Arabelle already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay. Mostly small fishing boats, or barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Dawntrail, the southern landmass. The clans there produce various goods for export. Their wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchant stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. Okay, they're now accompanying us. We can leave. I already know that. I hope they don't now insist on telling us about that every time. Oh well, at least I have an umbrella now. This is Bayside Bevy, Tulial's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Alright, I should mention that here in Tulial, we buy things with Pel, a currency that the Pelu created. But don't worry, more and more trade is coming in from Eorzea, so those shops are happy to accept your guild. There's also Wachu Mekimek, another market to the east of here, but that can wait for another time. I have other places I want to show you first. Next, we'll head back a bit, then northwards, up the stairs to a certain plaza. Can't wait to see the look on your faces. It's the Aetheryte Plaza. We've already synced to it, because I already explored the city last time. Look at that, eh? Goodness me, you have Aetherites in Tuliolo? I think I told you before, my brother Koana spent 3 years studying in Charlian. He fell in love with the nation and its ways and brought back to us knowledge of Aetherite construction. Bob warmed to the idea at once, had one built immediately. Did you do the attuning thing? If you're ready to continue, we'll head down again and then up the slope to the side. Right at the top is the gate, which leads to... Let's make a stop at Bright Plume Post on the way, though. That's the headquarters of the Lands Guard. It's a shame we arrive while it's raining, but it's fine. Can't help the weather. Ugh, it's not a place I would want to live. Well, it may be pretty, but goddamn. We have a lot of narrow, winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountains. As you can see, though, the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate wagons. Trudging up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand now why Lukmok gets her endless endurance. Yeah, that's fair. Will this open? No, of course not. It's just decorative. Most of the buildings are going to be decorative, with nothing really on the inside. That's just how it is. Though one of these buildings should be our inn. Here we are, Brightboom Post. The soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending Tuliala and preserving the peace. The Lands Guard are led by our nation's strongest warriors, and naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago when Zoral Ja took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to... Well, I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alphino and Alice should be around to hear it too. Come on, it's time to show you the Sky Gate. It's right at the northern end of Talon March. Ooh, that's a big gate. With some pretty decorations around it. Massive, isn't it? On the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yokhu. Strictly speaking, Tural is actually two separate continents. Yok-Tural, the southern lands of the mother, and Zak-Tural, the northern lands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long, long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle, and when one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. A familiar sounding tale, I am put in mind of the conflict between Heidelin and Zodiark. But getting back to Zaktural, those lands are also part of the Tuliolal nation, correct? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? You unite the peoples of two continents into a single nation. The many clans of Tural have been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to their myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gates than hearing about my aspirations. Crossing a bridge to Zaktural requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the right succession is over. Promise to get you one when I'm Dawn's servant. Until then, you'll just have to wait. I'll hold you to that. I've never broken my word. Once the throne is mine, that travel permit is yours. You must have covered half the city by now. Tulial is unlike any other place I've visited. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Alright, let's take a look at this. It's a eye level 645, which is better than what I have equipped right now. We'll head west next, towards the Arch of the Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the way. You have dirigibles too? Tulial certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now, if you've seen enough of this area, let me know and we'll continue on. The Arch of the Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. I certainly will speak up if I see anything. But I am glad to get some new weapons. The ones I had are gonna just go straight into the glamour dresser. And we'll probably be the only ones going in the glamour dresser for a while. I'm still struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of a Yakhu temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Zaktural to appease the gods whose slumbers in the great ocean trench. After the Yakhu withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries. So when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Tural. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest residential district in Tuliolol. We climb these stairs here, all the way up. Does that mean the inn is supposed to be up here? I hope there is actually an inn somewhere in this city. Because it will annoy me if there's not. But honestly, learning this used to be a temple that was supposedly built by giants explains a lot. Papa's palace is called Valak Shunsa, which roughly translates to Invincible Resilience. Probably want to take a closer look. We'll be coming back here later. Let's move on for now. The sheer scale of this place is incredible. I wonder what that carving at the top represents. A good question. I imagine we'll end up at the inn eventually. Yeah, this is the residential district. So the inn should be somewhere in this area. So, this is the Responding Quarter. What manner of people live here? We have residents from all the Dawntrail clan. Mameljaz, Zabrail, Pelu Pelu, Moblin, Hanu Hanu. We also have Tonawata, Itzaru, and Shitona, who moved south from their ancestral lands in Dawntrail. Yes, it's a gathering of people from every corner of Tyrol. A true representation of Tulial's diverse character. The adornments on each building contribute to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's all so beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, continue down the stairs. Okay. Huge drum? Oh, that thing. That big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. They play it for formal occasions, like when honoring the Landsguard's return from a dangerous duty. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin. Earned me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think it was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. Wow. Ah! I've never seen such an enormous drum. What would one even use to beat such an instrument? That's a good question. Okay, sorry, I thought I was looking at the right way. No. It's down the stairs and then swing a left. Or right, rather. Straight ahead. Ah, this is the dirigible place. And here are our dirigibles. Not bad, eh? I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Tuliolol. We have them for the exact same reason as the Etherites. Koana brought back the plans from Charlian, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. But that's enough about dirigibles. The Arch of the Dawn awaits. Ah, this must be where we go for the next area of story. When we actually go out hunting and such. This is it, the Arch of the Dawn. When the Giants were still here, it was known as the Dawntrail Landgate. When Papa founded Tuliolal, everyone began using its present name in honor of his great achievement. Through this gate is Kazama Uka, the wetlands south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. As for Uka, the name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? Alpacas! Ah, those are alpacas. Fearsome, four-legged fiends. Fearsome? They seem quite placid to me. You'll learn soon enough, Krell. You'll learn soon enough. I want to know the story. But forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. It's probably the inn. Please be the inn. For the love of God, be the inn. I want to know where that is in this city. If you wish to learn the history of Tulial, then look no further. These stone pillars, you mean... What is special about these pillars, if I may ask? At a glance, they might look like ordinary stone decorations. But if you take a really good look, you'll see there's something much more interesting. Just checking if I got anything cool out of that previous mission. Nah. Just experience. The following event cannot be skipped. You must maybe to cancel any pending Duty Finder registrations. That's fine, I'm not in Duty Finder. Oh, I get it. These stone pillars tell the story of her people. That's cool. And there's a blank one. They must build more as need. They must have built... I get it. They build them in pairs, but decorate them according to his pictures. Wait, no. These are glyphs. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed Mamalja. Oh, then this must be... That's right. It follows the exploits of my father, Gulul Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tuliolal Saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. They're saving the last one for whoever becomes his successor. There's no better way to learn how Tuliol came to be. Say them as long as you like. Lay of Brotherhood. This pillar tells the lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts a scene where Papa granted an audience to the foreign explorer Ket. Something. I can never remember the name. You mean Ketenram? Ah, that's the one. Ketenram's arrival in Turial is what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. Instead, the two grew to be close friends. Brothers in spirit, if not in blood. But no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Ketenram's disappearance is a mystery in Eorzea as well. Records say he traveled between our land and yours for a while, but then it's assumed he was lost at sea. This one recounts the lay of repast. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is one of the Zabral like me. For decades, the Zabral and the Mamalja were at war for control of the forest of Yaktel. The actions Papa took to end that conflict have since been hailed as the first step in the founding of Tuliolal. There is a clan of Hrothgar and Balja known as Hellions. In their society, the women rule as queens, and the men serve as devoted subjects. Yet here in Toral, Zabral men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically culture can vary with location. Yep. Lay of Reeds. Here we have the Lay of Reeds. This is the story of when Papa visits the Hanu Hanu in their village in Kozamaku. The people of Alphino almost mistook for Vanu Vanu, if not for the colorful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in a sea of clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are a bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. Let's see. This one is the Lay of Pots, which depicts the Moblins of Kozamaku. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Turali counterparts. Yeah, they're very familiar. If you're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. Yeah, let's do it. The Lay of Gold. The Lay of Gold. This pillar shows one of the Pelu, whose homeland is in Oropacha. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tuliolo's markets, and their traveling peddlers are the common sight no matter where you go in Tural. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they are clever and calculated traders. Lay of Proof. Ah, the Lay of Proof. That big fellow is of the Yakhu, the largest of Tural's people. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Tural. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northwards, setting their sights on Tural. You'll recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Skygate. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned lands they conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Orcapacha. I've never even seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. This was a people with the power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambitions and their place in Turial history? Lay of Ice. Oh, this one is my favorite. The Lay of Ice. Takes a bout with the legendary Tural Vidral, Valagarmanda. I should explain. The Tural Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan and awakened to preternatural power. Tataru described the Far Eastern auspices in a similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? Valagarmanda itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned for the destruction and terror visited upon Tural every time it stirred from its slumber. But 80 years or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. Through great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Orcapacha Mountains. Despite its reputation, however, Valagarmanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness on Tuliol's national emblem and adorning the banner at the palace. Oh, this one is unmarked. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Tuliol's history, whatever that might be. Had your fill of history then? Yes, thank you. Basically, the blank one is going to be adorned with Wuklamat's image if she takes over. Glad to hear it. You know, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprise there, seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while. But now I think I'm ready to eat again. So let's go and have ourselves a bite of a local delicacy. Come, we'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. Let's go. Oh, and soon we'll be getting a new outfit piece that might... Well, actually no. The gear we have equipped right now is 660, so it's unlikely that what we're about to get from the item chest will be better than what we already have equipped. But I guess we'll soon find out. If its item level is only 645, I will change classes for a moment to open it. Have you ever had tacos? They're a Tuliol classic. Make a crunchy shell made from corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here at Zabala of Thai Best. I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with old Brook Evu. Tacos. So yeah, we are basically in Mexico. I guess that's not surprising. I knew we were heading to the Americas for this expansion. So...
Brook Evu!
Brook Evu.
My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Yee. Back to talking. I do wish things were fully
Did you hear the
voiced.
Silver Scares are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their world band is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
Yep, probably.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
Yep.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
It's fair to be skeptical if there's no
imagine
proof.
The Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Yep. I can't think of a reason why he would do that either.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
That bag's not the best for transporting them in. Oh.
Oh,
You monster! Her brother, I take it?
If it isn't the third promise.
Oh, he said that sarcastically.
oh, no.
Yep, definitely her brother from the two heads.
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Oh god. Are these the first and
There's
second
something
promise?
you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
Bakul Jaja.
The third promise remembers us. Such an honor.
Glory on your name, brother.
The Mighty and the Mystic. Wow. I hate them both already.
And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family.
Ah.
Unlike the sneevling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiolan. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Ha! Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
True.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense. Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Oh, I am gonna enjoy taking this guy down
Listen
a
to
peg.
me, you.
And they ruined our food as well. I now have a personal grudge
two-headed
against that.
Mamota. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Second for me. I once
Some
killed
get
one.
it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo,
Okay.
the Bunewa,
We saw a taco, which was nice.
and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubico and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Okay.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Oh, we're getting a call.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wooklamart know.
Aw, we need to give her a link pearl.
Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
So it goes.
I mean, it's not like that packet is unsalvageable. Yes, everything's gonna be crushed and be a complete mess if it's a proper taco. Although, the one that we saw somebody eating there looked like a soft taco. So, it might be a bit smushed, but it should still be edible. It was in a bag, after all. The bag... Just looking forward to trying some authentic Tulial cuisine. We should hurry and join Alphino and the others at the palace. Alright, so we have a climb to top. We can head up from the Resplendent Quarter, or even the eastern side of Talamarch, if you prefer. Now that you have an idea of how the city's laid out, I'll let you find your way to Volok Shunsa. Ah, my poor empty belly. At least you have the Aetherites to save us some time. Maybe we'll get a room in the palace. Oh, that'll be nice, actually, if we get to... If there's actually going to be a room in the palace for us. It would be very appropriate. Ah, that's a shame. It's a shame that this specifies our enemy or party member. You can't just select anyone as a target. You made it. Good. Then we're all here. I'm still hungry enough to eat a whole roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever. Okay, before we start the next quest, I'm gonna see... Alright, item level is 645. Let's see. I'm just gonna pull up my gear log and see which class could do with it the most. Right now, the one with the lowest in torso are aiming and healing. In fact, healing is the one that needs the most gear right now, as it needs a torso, hands, and legs, as well as almost a full set of jewelry. So we'll switch to a healing class, specifically to, let's see, it would be Scholar. Oh, that's nice. Well, I say nice. The pink is not to my liking, but... We might as well as fully upgrade our gear. And then continue as a Viper. Oh, I should update that to say that the healing gear is 645. And then change the color to orange. There, gear logs sorted for now. What's the next one going to give us? Upon speaking to Erenville, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. That's fine. I've acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably, something would catch their eye, starting to run down an alley to invest. It was like herding a pair of unruly corals. That's fair, the twins be like that. Of course, they're both embarrassed. One being indignant and the other just being like, I understand all too well. Charlene had the same effect on me. Right then, now it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home, and to meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there's no telling what we might be in for. Oh, we are about to actually just straight up meet the Dawn Servant. Like it's no deal. Big deal. This'll be fun. Sounds like somebody's having a sparring match. Against our good buddy. Of course. Yep.
How did he get here?
What's the point? Why is he here?
A good question!
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
Ah.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
Yep, that's her father. Damn. That's our Estinian, all right.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter.
Hey.
Know that you are the strongest I've fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
Ha! Well then, you'll enjoy fighting us, because we've beat Estinian. It does kind of feel weird to me that one of his faces is
If
covered.
it's formidable you want, then look no further than that man there.
Oh, crap. Hi.
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Taral.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
Oh, goddammit, Estidian. I love him.
Itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
That makes sense.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamati must be daughter. Vow of resolve, Gulu Jaja.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonash.
It's Erenville now, don't servant.
Oh, I was about to say his original name.
I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies.
Yep, sure are.
Ha! Old-tempered steel. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
Well, you're not gonna hang around. God damn it, Estidian. Ugh. Here comes the bastard. Hate him so much. Oh! Even the king doesn't like him. That was an expression of fuck you. Oh. Okay, 4 claimants.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zorolja. The second promise, Ona.
Okay. That's the one we've heard about.
The third promise, Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja.
Okay, so the first, second, and third promise must be her siblings, while this is a challenger.
You four will compete in the right of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Serpent. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away. And it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young. And so I look to the always for inspiration.
That's fair.
The right of succession. The means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen.
Okay.
Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all.
Not that he agrees, of course.
So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Okay.
Now you have us to compete against. Though it seems the one-head was already too afraid to
face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Thank you, Kohan.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself.
Okay.
To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Tural. And find the City of Gold.
Oh. Well then.
If I may, Father.
Yes?
Speak, Kwana.
Kwana.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
Are you for us proof, my unbroken word? For I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
Well then.
The city's real. All those years.
Yep.
This was before the founding of Tuliola. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions. And we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City.
Only at the gates. You didn't actually enter
I
it.
need to have you do the same. But in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place.
Ah, clever.
Bring them.
What are they getting? Oh. Something is being given to each of them. Oh! A plate. Oh, it's one of the plates from the city.
The Tuliola saga.
Yep, or a copy of it at the very least.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth.
Okay.
Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you.
Ah.
Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
I see.
So the contest is in stages. none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Yep.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
It's a good challenge.
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Yep. I think it's a good thing, though.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think to ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne.
Yeah, can't make it easy.
Let me have this final indulgence.
You can't make it easy on them.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja as successor and be done with it.
Nope, fuck you.
The rite of succession begins now. I'll be watching you progress with great interest. And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave.
They each have supporters, but she has significantly more.
You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you? It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time.
Oh.
I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request, would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession.
Ha! That's fair.
But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
That's fair.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City.
Aw, I like
Thank
him.
you for hearing my petition.
He's fun. And also a very fair ruler, in that he's giving everyone a chance. Like having a general populace compete in a tournament to win a spot alongside his children.
That? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
Huh. He speaks as if Galuf was his friend. Interesting. And also like he's met her. When she was younger. She might have even been a baby at the time. Alright, well, here we are. The general populace has gathered, and I'm glad to see such a massive crowd.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this?
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in a relentless enthusiasm.
Ah, this is fun. It's a good
Or
vacation.
perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil.
Yep.
If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road.
Yep.
But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I want to see where this journey leads.
So you are committed to your path?
Yep.
I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Oh? The first promise.
Here they come! It's Saralja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise. Our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Saralja. Take heart, tiller of the soil. The Resilion son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Okay.
Soralja, the first promise and commander of the Landscape. Sarelja, the palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Soralja is indeed the natural child of Gurul Jaja.
But only one-headed.
And Resilient's son. Is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children.
Oh.
Yet Soralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
Okay.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman. A gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists.
Ugh. Okay, so that's why we don't want him in charge.
This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace.
That's fair.
You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
Okay.
Kryl, are you alright?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zaralja's ambitions.
Usually when one of us has an echo vision,
Deep
we all
and
do.
unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
It's actually good we didn't have a vision at the same time. Having her describe it is actually much more impactful.
second promise. You must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier.
Okay.
The elders, they complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new. You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Well.
Forgive me, but the right of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant.
That's fair.
If you will excuse me.
He's not making any promises.
Plain spoken, as always. That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
I like him, though.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studium.
Interesting.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That's the point.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation.
Yeah, that's fair.
As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
So he wouldn't be a bad choice. Ugh, of course he went ahead of her.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser Glavons.
Yeah, I don't like him at all. I feel like he's gonna... Oh gosh.
Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant.
Yeah, you are. You're a
that
dick.
My kind should raid is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliyola. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your fealty.
Not you.
Well said, brother.
I don't like him at all. I actually want to stab him.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. I pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
Yep.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
People are leaving.
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Of course. That does not surprise me.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
Yep. The third promise doesn't have a lot of supporters. People are leaving before she even came out.
We
wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have
Fair.
my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
I love how colorful the Hanu are.
Until Tuliyollal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life.
Aww.
I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious third promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's promise, I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Oh.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
It's fine. More than anyone. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Oh, please.
Better? Wuklamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Aw, that's cute.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yep.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are the 7 tablets and their connection to the Tuliyollal saga. Might I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars? We should check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea. Let's go and take a look. Oh shit! I thought there was a path here. I don't mind falling. You can't fall to your death when you're outside of combat. If there is an inn in this city, it's not marked on the map. Is that the summoning bell? Summoning bell? There has to be an inn. Inns are an important place for us to stop off at. So we each have replicas of the tablets. That makes everyone. We'll come up to tablets if you would, of course. Everyone has a tablet. Then let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the slightest differences. Ugh. Doesn't seem to be any differences. Meh. Unless I'm missing something, the glyphs appear to be identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we've established that the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? The Dawn Servant said we were to retrace the path we walked in uniting Thrall's peoples, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is laid out in the Tulial saga. The events the glyphs portray. Do we know the exact location where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season, and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also the Lay of Gold. That one involved Pelu Pelu village, which is about the same distance from here. If we're going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about that storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Dawntrail several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as the Orzias, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, let's spend a few moments making inquiries. Is the information we need? Just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. It would be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. I want to check something about my swords, because they look to be sheathed right now. No, that's just what they look like. These are interesting, because they don't look like they have edges. Here we go. Here's gonna be the inn. That's right. The reservation is under Wuklamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you finish organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Zeblev Tai. Greetings, visitors to Tuliolol, and welcome to the Farad Cabins. Whenever you're ready, I will show you to your rooms. When she says rooms, we each get our own basically little cabin. Before we continue, I do actually want to check out my cabin. Aw, so we get a nice little balcony. which has a privacy screen. That's nice. Sun chair. Nice little couch. Looks like there's our cozy feather bed. Aw, it's nice. The armoire, dresser, summoning bell, toy chest, and a pretty decent seating area. Of course, the orchestrion. Honestly, it's a very nice little cabin. But you know what the best part probably is? We can walk right up to it as well. And see it from the outside. Like, it's individual cabins. It's pretty nice. Obviously, without our mounts, we can't get inside. And the privacy screens are obviously designed so that we can't see the inner area. It looks like the only way we can see it is from up there where the drum is. Oh well. It's nice to explore it a little. We should unlock a lot of side quests soon. Good. There's an aetherite right next to it. Let's just wait and see what happens next. We should get tacos. Ba, ba, ba. Trust you to be the keenest to head out, Sparks. Yep, of course I'm the keenest to head out. Erinville and Woklamat, I wonder. Oh good, you're all here. Who might your companions be? Seeing as we need information, I thought who better to get it from? The locals. These two hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. I gave you credit for taking initiative, at least. What do you mean, at least? I am honored that the third promise would seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently, so I brought these for the two of you. Finally, Link Pearls! What's this? It is called a Link Pearl, a gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. Is that so? What a handy thing to have. It'd be very useful on our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. The Tulial saga features a number of Tural clans. Two of those, the Hanu Hanu and the Pelu Pelu, have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, and their home village, Okhanu, is located in Kozama Uka. The other, smaller fellow, is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Orkapacha. They appear in the Lay of Gold, crafting all kinds of marvelous goods in Wachan Pelo, their village. Now, as for deciding which village to visit first, why don't you put that adventurous instinct of yours to work for us, Sparks? Pick our destination. quest, the main story will branch into 2 quest paths. Accepting the quest from the helpful Hanu will temporarily prevent you from accepting the quest from the approachable Pelu and vice versa. Second quest path will become available from the respective NPC once you have completed the series of quests from the first path. Furthermore, story elements and quest rewards will not be affected by your initial choice of path. Speak with the NPC you prefer and embark on the trail for the rite of succession. Now, this is going to be tough to choose. Because, well, either could be good. Part of me says I should go with the new people, because I've seen Vanu Vanu, so the Hanu Hanu are going to be very similar. But I didn't say what I was going to do. I'm rolling a dice. Evens, Hanu, odds, Pelu. And 3. That's odds. We're going with the Pelu. The quest to Kozamaku become available once you have completed this quest series, beginning with the approachable Pelu. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Orcapachu, we depart from the Arch of the Dawn, then take the road west at the First Folk. Should we be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way to Orcapachu. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart. When it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. We'll be back to talk to you in good time, friend Hano. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at XIV. It's all been arranged. Oh, and I see a bunch of side quests. Let's take them all. You there, you are Spark's narrator, are you not? The adventurer from across the water who has been lending Third Promise's strength. That is correct. Then well met. To tell the truth, I have been meaning to make your acquaintance for some time. I have a proposition for you. You are familiar with the Eorzean hunts, yes? We have something very similar here in Tuliolal, and having heard much of your philanthropic spirit, not to mention your capacity for violence, we should very much like to recruit you to our cause. If you are interested, speak with my associated, Eitbal Ago. The Zabral is a master of the hunt and administers to the bills in a square overlooking the port. Tell him the Wing of Protection recommends you. Okay. I mean, it's hunts. I can't say no to a hunt quest. Especially when it gives me XP. What do we have here? Your posture could use some work. But you've got good eyes. Eyes that have seen a few things. You here to sign up? Ha! The Wings of Protection recommend you, do they? Well, we're always on the lookout for new hunters. And if you're good enough for Wuklamat, you're good enough for us. Pleasure to have you with us, Sparks. Suppose I better get down to the introductions. But you don't need to. This whole idea came from your side of the sea, after all. It was Koana who showed us your ways. Either way, I'll keep it brief. Our hunts work much the same way they do in Eorzea. We put a bounty on those beasts that prove themselves an enemy of the people. You kill them and bring us back a proof, you get your reward. While your reputation may precede you, rules are rules, and the rules is I have to test every hopeful out on beginner bills. Can't have every youngling with nothing to his name but a plowshare and a dream of glory skipping merrily away to his doom. Here's up in Thrall, and I'll give you some bigger, bitier fish to fry. That's fair. Dawn hunts, now accessible. You are now able to undertake beginner dawn hunts. They're the same as the previous ones, so nothing new there. This quest, leave meets. I'm gonna assume that if I switch classes a moment. Yep. Excuse me, sir. But are you a tradesman by chance? You have the hands of someone with a long storied career. Hands I would beg you lend to the good people of Tyrol. Here we accept petitions for aid on behalf of the Wings of Reflection. Be they from the common citizenry or fellow artisans, we use any and all tools of the trade at our disposal to ensure the needs of Tyrol are met. Since its founding, myriad tribes have gathered here onto Tuliolal, commerce flourishing as the years passed. However, as one might expect from such a diverse people, business practices also vary greatly from tribe to tribe. While there are difficulties in trade we have yet to overcome, a great many troubles were resolved when the difficulties in trade we have yet to overcome. When the Dawntrail established the wing leave system. We serve as an intermediary between those who require aid. Tradespeople with the requisite skills need to fill these petitions in the form of leaves. Yeah, I've done that before. Are you familiar with leaves? Hailing across the salt, I would assume so. The head of reason adopted the system from the guild leaves employed in Eorzea. The leaf plates used depict the Dawn Servant's journey, building his nation, the lessons learned from his companions along the way. Minding that only together can we make Tuliol thrive. Of course, this sentiment of solidarity also extends to allies come from abroad, much like you. Which is to say, we would be honored to have your assistance. Yay! So we've unlocked the leaves. Now, back to Viper to take these other quests. Aha. You, inattentive culinarian. You have tacos al pastor? Is that cheesy ones? I need to find out what al pastor means. Al pastor. Spit grilled slices of pork originating in central Mexico. Oh, they're basically a taco version of doner kebabs. That makes sense. You were on the ship that pulled into port just now, were you not? I have a favor to ask. I'm expecting a shipment addressed to Aunt T's Tacos, but I fear it may have been unloaded on the southern pier by mistake. I'd be ever so grateful if you could speak with your crew for me. I need to be getting back to open the shop, but if you do manage to find it, please bring it over. I'll see to it you are paid for the delivery, I promise. It's always good to get a few side quests. Curious corn. Corn of necessity. What is this? Oh god! It's sentient corn. The rustling of this corn sounds not unlike a dejected sigh, and you could swear it is looking out at the ocean. Oh, woe is me. What's the matter? Whoop. You've been spotted, yes. You can see me? Oh, blessed be! For countless ages have I watched over these lands. Man first tilled her soil, I was there. When they partook of her bounty, I was there. A silent guardian of the harvest, my presence unmistakable. Yet the passage of time would bring change to the people. They began to forget the old ways. Forget me. I traveled the land hither and yon, yet no matter where I went, I remained unseen and unheard. I feared before long I might shuck this nigh immortal call. And yet here at last I have found a kindly soul able and willing to lend me an ear. But will he lend me a hand as well, I wonder? I wish to help the people of Tyrol, fill their hearts and bellies both, lest their hungers invite terrible misfortune. All that are born in this world are deserving of happiness, would you not agree? So let them eat, I say. Eat corn and be merry. Alas, I cannot reach them in my diminished state, but you can, and so I shall bequeath unto you the most delectable corn dishes, which are to then be distributed to the masses. What say you? Why not? Sentient corn that wants people to eat more corn. Why not? So clearly a harvest spirit of some description. Such selflessness, such compassion. How long has it been since last I met a soul so grossly incandescent? I am but a humble stalk basking in the warmth of your generous heart. Well, my friend, let us be off. The curious corn spirit is elected to be referred to as the corn servant. Speak with them again when you are ready to spread corn and happiness to the masses. Corn servant, I love it. Oh, this is silly. This is so silly. But goodness, how long has it been since the last man has partaken of my corn? I can hardly wait. The bellies of Toral cry out for satiety soon. Let us sally forth. The corn servant is not following you. Keep them at your side in order to receive quest objectives. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be so stupid and fun. Oh, I love little side quests. What am I to do now? I'm like to starve at this rate. His belly speaks to you. I bid you offer him this grilled corn. See it to perfection with the hope that yet burns in my corny bosom. Corny bosom. Oh, is that grilled corn for me? It's awfully kind of you. I'm new to Tuliol and it's been pretty hard. Hard since I lost my job. Been so hungry lately I can barely think straight. The smell of this corn with its smoky sweet aroma has brightened my day. I can hardly wait to eat it. Feels like maybe the luck is starting to turn around. Thank you, sir. I won't forget this. Yay! I'll go take the other quest when I've finished with this one. Because it's so silly. You, hungry woman, what do you crave? Perhaps I'll simply skip dinner today. A belly and heart both in dire need of nourishment. Here, take of my cob. Let its earthy scent and savory flavor offer her comfort. Grilled corn? My husband loved grilled corn. Life simply isn't the same without it. One moment I think I'm fine. Suddenly I find myself brought to tears. Even eating has been a struggle. I know he wouldn't want me to mourn him. Thank you for this. I'll try to do better, for his sake and mine. Well, helping a widow feel better. Yeah. Standard, typical, what we do as, what we do in this line of work. Oh, a hungry Mamalja. I'm so hungry, but I have no money. May the gods forgive me for what I'm about to do. You hear that, friend? His belly weeps for hunger. Pray offer him this corn. Let smoky sweetness give him comfort and deliver him from foul temptation. Is this grilled corn for me? Truly, my stomach has been in knots for days. Thank you. I changed to admit it, but I tried my hand at gambling and lost everything. With so desperate food, I was tempted to do terrible, terrible things. These corns fill my aching stomach and help to clear my head. Oh, what a fool I've been. It's time to start over and get my life together. The rumbling of bellies in need has ceased. Come, let us find a quiet place to speak. Oh. It's over there. Oh. Corn servant. Full glad am I to have helped the people of Tuliolal. Indeed, my kernels swelled with joy at the sight of their happy and content faces. And you, friend, your kindness cannot go unrewarded. Meet me at the gate over yonder, and I will see you duly compensated for your trouble. He's gonna compensate me with corn. I just know that's what he's gonna compensate me with. Granted, food is not a bad thing to receive as a quest reward right now. Let's see. We'll go with this one. Let's try to I'm trying to consume a lot of the food that I have, seeing as it does give experience bonuses. There you are. I hope our little excursion was as fulfilling for you as it was for me. It is a terrible thing to be hungry. Unattended bellies are quick to fill themselves with pain and anguish, feelings that will lead the heart astray. Thanks to you, my corn has saved the hunger that would otherwise invite misery to this place. From the bottom of my cob, I thank you. Pray, take of my corn. May these kernels keep your belly full and spirit lifted. Now I really must be going. But the people of Tulial may be content. There are other hungry souls out there in need of nourishment. Until we meet again. Again. So stupid. But that was delightful. Oh, it's always good to get a good laugh. I look forward to exploring more places. Okay, so that's the hunt one, which won't be available until level 94. Whee! You, diligent deckhand. A shipment for aunties? Got right here, of course. Not sure what you were told, but all imports from Eorzea are unloaded on this side. That culinary makes some great tacos, but I'll be damned if he can pay attention to half the words I say to him. His ore is packed and ready in that crate there, but bugger me if it ain't heavy. Ah, we have to carry the shipments before we run out of time. Okay, we've only got about half an hour before I'm going to need to be heading to work, so we're not really going to be able to get much further in the story. You found it? Thank the gods. I don't know what I would have done had my cookbooks been left on a dock back in Limsa Laminsa. Well, luck that I could flag down such a hospitable deckhand. Wait, what do you mean you're not part of the crew? I thought you came into port with my books. Our taco stand gets a lot of tourists, so I thought I'd import some cookbooks of your culinary capital and brush up on foreign food culture. Who knows? One of these days I might just invent an Eorzean style taco. Anyway, my apologies for the misunderstanding. As payment, take these freshly made tacos on the house. Alright, we just got 2 quests. 3 quests. One of them has a blue marker, so it's going to be special. Oh wait, it has Sights of the West, which means it's gonna just be the unlock quest for the local sightseeing thing. Oh, I took a wrong turn somewhere, didn't I? Yep. In order to get up there, we need to go up this street and around. Do 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 do. Oops, too far. We turn left here, go up these stairs, and then we'll be at it. Fellow Eorzea, am I right? Do you fancy yourself much of a sightseer? Yeah, I am. Dear old Millith gave you her journal? My, what a small world. Just so happens I'm her cousin. Elzeby Ironheart at your service. Well, if you've met Cousin Millith, I'm sure you can guess why I crossed the salt, as they say. This continent is positively brimming with sights unseen by Eorzean eyes, and I'm here to discover them all. My twin sister and I, that is. See, I have more interest in York, while she was drawn to the vistas of Zack. So it was that we parted ways at the bridge, each of us touring half of Tyrol. So, give me your sightseeing log, then. Let's see. Oh, how beautiful. I should like to see these places myself someday. Sorry, I was gonna just scribble down my notes on Dawntrail. I included what my sister shared with me of Dawntrail, but I'm afraid it isn't much. My twin's name is Emily, and she's still wandering about over there. Given your natural affinity for Ironheart, you'll doubtless run into her someday. Well, I'm sure you've got places to be and vistas to behold. May your journey throughout Toral be bright and unforgettable. Yeah, I don't feel like walking all the way over there, so I'll just use fast travel. I am enjoying this, how many little side quests there are. I know a lot of people are going to be blitzing ahead with the story. So, yeah. One of Wuklemat's companions. Say, can I trouble you to go fetch someone for me? It's time for patrol and my partner is nowhere to be seen. I handle it myself, but I could miss his arrival were I to leave my post. Knowing him, he's lost in conversation somewhere in Bright Plume Post. Just look for the Bunewa with the big eyes and dark blue scales. When you find him, tell him his partner is waiting for him. Okay. Menacing Mumblejaw. Patrol? Friend, I don't know who you've mistaken me for, but I just finished my shift. Do I look like some moon-eyed Bunewa to you? Clearly, I'm a Dawntrail. I don't know the difference between them. Meticulous Mumblejaw. No, I believe I have any work scheduled today. Mayhap you've mixed me up with someone else. No, I'm a Hubigo. Bunewa don't have long combs like ours. So you see, they're most commonly identified by the hue of their scales. Oh, this is proving to be a challenge. 'Cause I don't know what anyone is. Yeah, I don't know the various subspecies of Mumblejaw yet. Oh, inside. Mild-mannered Mumblejaw. Patrol partner? Yes, I'm the one he's looking for. I don't know why he's always so needlessly punctual, but there are in fact still a few minutes before our shift. Then again, patience has never been his strong suit. In any case, thank you for letting me know. I suppose I'll head over early, just to be nice. Okay. Welcome back. My partner here let me know you sent him. Didn't I see you talking to another Mumblejaw before you found me? Suppose we all look alike to you people from across the salt. But appearances aren't everything, of course. With our superior arcane abilities, we of the Bunewa tribe are typically employed as mages or palaciers. As for the Hubigo, they are more likely to excel in feats of athleticism. The Dawntrail, meanwhile, are renowned for their skill at beast handling. You can see one tending to a wyvern right over there. Yeah, which perhaps I should tell you about. It's enough. Sorry about him. My friend here can never remember when told his tongue. Thanks again for your help. Wasted enough time here. Onwards to our patrol. It's not that you all look alike. It's that I don't know the differences between the various tribes yet. I'm sure I'll learn it. It's just gonna take a while. For now, it seems to be that the drop one. It's so the eyes are one feature. The eyes are one feature that's different between them. The horn or fringe is another thing that's different between them. Oh, this gives me trousers. Hey you, you're not busy, are you? Earlier we got word that a shipment of parts has come in, so I sent my trainee to fetch them. But he's still not back. Can I trouble you to pay a visit to a junkmonger in Bayside Bevy and ask if a young Heshiro has been by? I'm in the middle of something here. Sure, I can do that. To the marketplace. Ba-da-ba. Yeah, I'm never gonna blitz ahead. I'm not gonna blitz ahead with the story because I actually want to do all the side quests as they come available. The trainee mechanic from the dirigible landing? No, I'm afraid I haven't seen him today. Might be as he took the scenic route, as he's often wont to do. Seeing as you're looking for him, you may as well take the delivery along with you. Knowing Huvilja, he won't be satisfied until both are brought to him. As for where his young charge might be, I often see him on the pier at High Tide Harbor, gazing out to sea. Like as not, you'll find him there now. Yeah, probably. Wait. Viewpoint. And for this, we need lookout. Yay! Oh, there's the beaches. Pretty. Ooh, there's another lookout over there. We'll go and check it out before we talk to the person. We're all in the same boat of having new places to check out. Oh, sorry, I was lost in thought. How can I help you? My mentor sent you to find me, and you brought the parts he ordered? Oh, you've well and truly caught me slacking. Not to judge at a glance, but you're not from around here, are you? Would you happen to know anything about dirigibles? I did build one, I suppose. You've built one? Dear gods, I didn't realize I was in the presence of a certified expert. Please, you simply must tell me all about it. I've only just started my apprenticeship, but my dream is to one day cross the sea in a balloon of my own making. Naturally, my first destination will be Old Charlian, where the great Koana learned so much of what he knows. Ah, what a journey it would be. God, there I go again. The moment my thoughts turn to daydreams, I find myself here at the harbor. That's enough time wasted. I better take these parts back to the dirigible landing. And I better do the same. Stop. Right, that was my first alarm. Basically just giving me a heads up that we've now crossed into the time when we should really focus on getting things wrapped up. Wait, what am I doing? There was a etherite shard around here. Use it so we don't have to walk all the way. And there's Huvilja. You're back. My trainee got here just ahead of you. Now, what's this I hear about the two of you having a heart-to-heart at the harbor? He wants to cross the sea in his own craft, eh? Good for him, I say. A boy his age ought to dream big. The technology the second promise brought home to Tuliolol has sparked new ideas among the youth like nothing I've ever seen. Mark my words, they'll do great things for this country one day. Me, I've got my claws full keeping these rituals up and running. But the next generation has my support. Nothing would make me prouder than to watch them soar to ever greater heights. Great, now you've got me waxing all sentimental. Something in the fumes, perhaps. Take your award and run along before I embarrass myself, would you? Let's see, where's my gear log? Legs. We need, sorry, this was legs. We need legs for both aiming and healing. So, oops, I didn't mean to close that window. Oh well, too late. Update. Update. And lastly, Sage. There, that's better. And now back to Viper. To continue with the main scenario, because we've just finished all the side quests in this area. So we might as well as continue. Onwards to the alpacas! Oh. May I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca. So fluffy. Why does she not like alpacas? These animals could traverse Orcapacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants will be lost without them. So they'll fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Dawntrail. Eorzea has its chocobos, and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities and where it is not needed anyway? But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me and it was the foulest stench you can imagine. I see. What do they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. We're really doing this then. So, was my information useful to you? Yes. Very helpful. Even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. You want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. Take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. You go, a fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. I better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Orcapacha, then that's what we'll do. Ah, here we go.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urkopacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty.
Certainly is a pretty place.
Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
I mean, still plenty of exploration to be done. I swear I saw a location look like Machu Picchu there.
So this is Urkopacha.
Urkopacha.
I've never actually been here before.
The air is so crisp and clear.
Mountains everywhere you look.
Yep.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh?
Oh? Do tell.
Yes, please do. I'm intrigued.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wuk Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places.
Yep.
But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Okay.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Huachunpelo.
Oh, truly. I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Oh, that's nice.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urkopacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say.
Okay.
Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
Aw, that's nice.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu Pelu merchants.
Oh, yeah, stop.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliyollal. Pelu Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere.
Alright, last 10 minutes.
Traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas.
I'm gonna wrap up soon because I'll need to leave as soon as the next alarm goes off.
They are effusive and engaging speakers. And many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
We'll see about that.
Huachunpelo's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there!
Yeah, you can see the etherite. It's gonna be fun exploring this place. That's probably gonna be something I do off camera because I'm gonna want to find all of the all the ether currents. This is it. Wachimpello, home of the Pelu Pelu. Waklamat should have arrived before us. Oh, she's talking to a merchant. That's not good. You come all this way for the right of succession? Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. Please, the outcome is far from decided, but it is a possibility. How fortunate, then. The ideal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wood. So God would look magnificent when draped over the soldiers of our budding ruler. Oh God. And our nation's ruler should dress her best for her adorning people, yes? Finery for our finest lady. That's right. Come, Third Promise. My well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady. I like the sound of that. Although I suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt. Ahem. What did we just talk about? Anvil, when did you... Ah. A Shetona from far off Zaktoral? Northern winters are bitterly clothed affairs, I'm told. I can't imagine how you survived them without a lovely warm cloak of a quality alpaca wool. No, thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the Third Promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, my shop door is always open. We're keeping an eye on you. You were saying something about not being easily charmed? Let's just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Wilkamat fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelu Pelu. Let us all take Erenville's words of caution to heart. You didn't need to tell me. I had to deal with Estidian stupidity over this exact same problem. I'll accept the next quest. Not my finest moment, I'll admit. But now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Krya, Alisai, and I will speak with the merchants. Wilklamot, you and Erenville might try poaching travelers and passerby. Sparks, pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the Third Promise. Alright, well. First things first. Let's sync up with the Aetheryte. Then I'm going to just feed my Chocobo. Get on a mount. And we are in a safe area, so we can get some rest XP. But I think this is a good time to end things. Overall, I am very pleased with how much progress we've made so far. We're into the first area after the main city. It is rather unfortunate it took us nearly 4 hours to get through that. But in fairness, part of that was spent, the first hour was spent just doing the class quests for Viper. So, it's fine. I'm quite happy now. So, I look forward to getting to play more later. For now, as always, I've been Sparks, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye!